everybody to the Playbook. This is our Olympic recap takeover episode ×2. I'm Candace. That is Kay. All things Olympics once again. How's it been watching it for you? Like, we was going through it this weekend. I feel like we've got nothing done just because it's consumed every part of life.
Yeah, I seen somebody say that it feels like a full-time job, and that's exactly what this weekend has felt like for me. I've not left my house. Like, I've left my house for 20 minutes just now before we did this.
Right.
Like, I just needed to breathe outside air.
Right.
But other than that, I'm locked in. I'm fully locked in on it.
Same. It's just been like, shout out to Peacock and the Multiview. I've been all on that. Been watching sports. I have no idea that they existed, but like, am consumed. I have no more nails because I bit them all off. But that's neither here. Right. That's neither here nor there. Again, follow us on all social media platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all of it. We are Girls Only Sports, and this is the Playbook. So we're just going to run down what we always do of what's happening. And since the Olympics are taking over all of our lives, we're going to do our full court press to try to get through a lot of the exciting things that happen with the women in sports. Even though we're Girls Only Sports, we encompass all of it.
Yes.
So we got to show every gym. There's just certain sports that like captures the world attention, especially in women's sports. And like the gymnastics team, we call them cover girls before.
Yeah.
They like the Beyonce of the Olympics.
Aren't they? I'm like, I would be shy meeting them. Like, y'all famous.
Right.
Like, y'all different.
Like, coincidentally, I think Beyonce had the intro package to Simone Biles. So I'm like, they are elevated to a different level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're different.
They're different. So we talked about the team all around in our previous episode, but since then it's been the all around for the gymnastics team, and of course, the GOAT, the legend herself, Simone Biles, walked away with the gold medal again. I believe, I'm not even going to count her medal total at this point. I'm going to wait until the end of the Olympics because it's crazy.
Yeah, because it's going to keep counting. It's going to keep going.
Yeah, and I think
by the time this comes out, it's going to be late. Like, she's already going to have another one.
She's already going to have another medal. I think the something hit me, like it got to my spirit. Seeing her this go round because of everything that she went through in Tokyo and people kind of writing her off. And sis was like, I'm coming back to get my things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she's fully letting you know.
Right. The gold necklace.
That's my favorite part. I'm like, she's letting you know I'm that girl.
Right.
And I respect that. I respect it.
And this competition had to be one of the most thrilling ones because normally it's like Simone does things nobody else could do. And like, her score is just going to be out of this world. But she has some competition.
For real.
Look, our good girl down in Brazil, Rebecca Andrade was nipping at her heels the entire time. And it was like, Simone had to do her big one to win. This wasn't even she admitted it. I don't know if you got a chance to see the press conference. Simone was like, I don't want to compete against Rebecca anymore. Like, she too close to me.
Like, that's not fair.
No. She's
like, I'm the GOAT, but you giving the GOAT a rough
Right.
Like, and it was neck and neck.
It sure was. It was so thrilling too. And Rebecca, again, out of Brazil, she's come back from 3 torn ACLs.
Right.
And has this incredible backstory. She's already the most decorated gymnast in Brazil in Latin American history. It's crazy. Like, and it's just one of those things, like, if she wasn't in Simone Biles' era, she would have ran through this thing.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It was, Simone was in the way. Let's just say that.
Right.
Simone was in the way of her full greatness. Even though you still got to see her on that scale and
absolutely.
Like, she showed out.
And when you can compete,
she didn't miss her moment at all.
Right. And when you can compete against the GOAT, like, you already one of the best that's ever done it. Like, she was sweating.
Exactly.
And not to be left out, Suni Lee, who won the gold medal in the all-around in Tokyo, she got bronze in this gold medal. And all of everything that she's been through as well, Americans getting 1 and 2 in the all-around was just good. And I was, I felt like a proud auntie. Like,
I was going to say, they feel like the little sisters. I mean, me and Simone are the same age, but the rest of them, they just feel like that's little sis.
Simone
too, though. because she just small.
Right. Y'all
so
related.
That's still little sis.
Yeah, but that was an incredible competition. And then, as time goes on, other events happen. And so the individual apparatus finals was happening at this a couple days later. And once again, Simone and Rebecca go 1 and 2. And Jay Carey got the bronze. And this one is the same thing, almost identical to the all-around. Like, every single one of them who medaled, Simone, Rebecca, and Jade, had to do their best. And they did their best in the biggest moment. You know what I mean? It was just incredible to watch.
Yeah, and even better than them winning it is seeing the reaction of the teammates. It's always so exciting because they're just so happy for us.
They're just so happy.
Like, everybody's just happy. We're just happy to be living in this moment.
Right. And not to take a little
That's my favorite thing.
It sure is. They'd be so excited. And then they're excited with each other.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's so good. And then the uneven bars was today. And Suni Lee, again, did her big one, was able to medal in bronze. She sure did. Like, all of these athletes are just coming out and they need to do their best, and they're doing their best. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But the young woman who got gold, Algeria's Kalia Namor, I'm sorry. Listen, she attempted the hardest bars routine ever attempted. And then she has a crazy backstory too, where she used to compete with France. Had a big blow up, like France didn't want her to compete, tried to ruin her career. So she leaves because she has dual citizenship with Algeria, goes to Algeria, competes in Paris at the Olympics, and then walks away with a gold medal.
She said, France, where you at? Where was you at in this ranking?
with a standing ovation. Like,
come on. That was huge. That one was huge.
That was an incredible performance. But gymnastics isn't over yet. Simone, Rebecca, and Suni, they have the beam finals. I believe that's on Monday. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Simone, Rebecca, and then Jordan Childs, who obviously she does the Beyonce floor routine. They do the floor finals on Monday as well.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll definitely be fun to watch, especially Jordan. She's fun on floor.
She sure is. She's a diva. I love it. But shout out to all of the gymnasts. This was the last day of the swimming.
Yeah, swimming's had me locked in. I'm gonna lie.
Really? You know what? I'm a bandwagon swim fan at the Olympics.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's fully bandwagon, but I was locked into it.
I'm like, if they say a name I know, I'll watch. If they don't, I'll be like,
you're like, okay, no. I'm always like, oh, that swimming's on. Like, let's watch this.
Right.
Like, fully watch this.
But the biggest bandwagon name we know and we hop in on anytime is Katie Ledecky.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Anytime she's mentioned, I'm like, yes.
I can mention.
That's my world hero.
Right.
She's that girl.
Somebody wrote an article like she is one of the few athletes who's never been in no controversy, has no haters, unites the world. She's basically like outside of LeBron. She's like Captain America. If Captain America was a woman, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like she's just flawless at everything that she does. She's won her 9th gold medal of her career, the most by any American in Olympic history. And she ties the most for any woman in any country. And she becomes the 5th most decorated Olympic athlete of all time with 14 total medals. She won the 1,500 meters and ridiculousness in this one. She won the 800 meters. And in the 800 meter freestyle, she won it in 4 different Olympics.
Yeah.
Like from 15.
Right.
I just feel so like an underachiever.
Right. Like you was doing, and I watched that 800 and I was like, oh, that's a lot of swimming.
Right.
I'd be gone. I would be discombobulated. Like, I wouldn't know where I was.
Right. 4 straight Olympics and she wins a gold medal in the 800 meters. She's just incredible. She's just one of those athletes. It's been crazy how many great athletes we've been able to watch. And she's just one of those ones when it comes to her events that she dominates, she's just it. You know what I mean? We talked about it before. I
was gonna say she's one of those people that sets a new bar for everybody else.
Right.
Like, this is officially the standard.
Right.
In her sport. So she's one of them.
Right. And we may need to do another. I know we talked about ESPN's 100 greatest athletes list. We may need to make our own for women in the 21st century because
maybe
Katie,
like a top 25.
Simone, right. It's a lot.
I don't know if I got 100 in me, but maybe it's like 25.
25 is good. 25 is good.
Okay.
But Katie was just and similarly to Simone, like she like you said, she does things that nobody else can do. She raises the bar, and if you want to be the best, you have to meet it. And she's been able to do that. And both of them have not ruled out 2028.
Yeah.
In LA.
And how old is she? What, 27, isn't she?
I think she's 27. I think they're both 27. They're like born 3 days apart too.
Yeah. So they got it. They're here.
I wouldn't rule them out.
I think it would be huge to see Simone there. I think it would be huge to see her there.
For sure.
I feel like that was very, very possible.
Mm-hmm.
The Simone one, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. They already talked about she's the oldest person. I'm like, okay, relax.
Relax. She's in her late 20s.
Like, she's so old. I'm like, she's not that old. Relax.
It be hurting my feelings too, because I'd be like, dang, I'm 10 years older than her. If she old, what am I?
Right. So
but
I think it'll be huge to see them.
Right.
Here.
Especially in LA. And not having the opportunity to compete at a Worlds or an Olympics in the States. I think that'll be huge. And not to be outdone, Team USA caps the night. The medley relay team broke the world record. Regan Smith, Lily King, Richard Ross, Tori Husk. I just love it. They can end on a good note. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And normally, like, right, in swimming, I'm like, if you ain't breaking world record, what are you doing? Like, from my couch?
What are we doing?
What are y'all doing if you're not breaking world record?
You acting like the announcer.
Right. But to end...
She could have done better.
They were able to pull off a world record in the final event of the swimming at the Olympics, and just an incredible run for them. I think the women won 11 out of the 14 individual events. They were able to get medals in, so they had a great showing. And shout out to Tori Husk too. She held on to win the gold in the mixed 400, the mixed 4x100 medley relay as well. So she put in her big work. Like, Tori Husk's she had to have no less than like 5-6 events. And she's walking away with like 3 golds, couple of bronze. But listen, shout out to the DMV.
They showed out.
Yeah, they've been marking their name all over the Olympics this year.
For sure.
And on to the track. Obviously, track and field is like, don't roll your eyes, girl.
Because I was stressed.
The biggest event, right? The 100 meters and the women for track and field is always the premier event alongside with the guys. But this is girls only sports here. And you know who we went for? You know, Sha'Carri Richardson was like, she was the world champion. You know, she everybody knows her story, but primed and ready to go. Yes. But she walked away with the silver medal. Melissa Jefferson, another USA athlete, took third. Mm-hmm. But the winner of the 100 meters was St. Lucia's Julian Alfred. Listen.
Give girl her flowers.
First medal of St. Lucia. It wasn't close.
Y'all was all fighting for second.
Yeah.
And I mean, y'all was all fighting for it.
Right. It started in the semifinals. You know what I mean? Because how she got out in the semifinals, it was like her season form was just different. I said, she's in a different kind of run shape. I don't know the proper track term, but how she was physically in this Olympics, wasn't nobody about to catch her.
The way she came out of that block, I was like, oh, it's hers.
Yeah, and everybody knows.
She got it.
Yeah, that, you know, Sha'Carri normally, if she gets out slower, she's going to make it up towards the end of the race because she has phenomenal top end speed. Yeah. But Julian Alfred said...
There was no catching her.
No. This was the first gold medal this was the first medal, period, in St. Lucia's history. And for it to be a gold medal. And seeing all the videos of like St. Lucia going up for her, it was just an incredible moment. And what a way to seize it. I mean, everybody, the world is watching. Right. You got big names in it. And she did awesome. And shout out to Sha'Carri too. Again, she was world champion, walks away a silver medalist at the Olympics. You know for sure she's gonna want to walk away with a gold medal. So that 4x100, like,
oh, for sure.
She gonna have to throw down something big too. Yeah. I don't think nobody want to see her on that one. And for sure, she should be coming back in 2028 in LA to try to get that Olympic gold in 100 meters.
Oh, for
but
sure.
the event was not without controversy.
Yes.
As it happens in the Olympics. So, Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce, track legend, medal in 5 straight Olympics, was a do not start. So basically she got scratched during the semifinals. And if this is one mystery of the Olympics, nobody knows why.
What happened?
It appears, allegedly
what had happened was
allegedly, like there's video of Shelly Ann and Sha'Carri trying to get through a gate that they got through previously and being denied. Now, I don't understand the rules of the Olympics, but if Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce and Sha'Carri Richardson are trying to get through a gate, let them in. Like, these ain't just coaches.
My thing is like, right, you... Like, at what point does, like, face value matter? Like, you know who this is.
Right.
Like, at face... Like, if she walked up to me, I would be like, oh, bet. Like, I know you are who you say you are.
Right. You're not...
Like, you can't be working at the Olympics and not know who to act... Like, like, that's a big name not to know.
Right. Like, the two biggest names in track and field on the women's side...
In the field,
you don't let them in. And there's some kind of conversation about they weren't able to get to the warm-up track or warm up properly, and that may have had some effect on them in the 100 meters. But just not having Shelly Ann in that semifinal, it did put a little cloud on it, because like she's been a staple in the Olympics, and a couple of other Jamaican athletes were scratches. But one, Shericka Jackson was injured. That's why she didn't run. But for something like this, where it's like they couldn't get in the door, they had to walk around because they couldn't stay in the village. Like, we talking about an Olympic world champion legend here. Like, she's Carl Lewis level, and she can't get in a gate. But
that was weird to me. I ain't like that. Like you said, it definitely did put a dampening on the 100 meter for me.
For sure. Although some people may debate me on this, I do have to shout out one race. I don't think it's the race of the Olympics on the track and field side, because it's not over yet, and then I don't want to discount what the fellas are doing on their side. But in the 4x400 mixed relay, the Netherlands Femke Bol ran probably one of the most incredible anchor legs I've ever seen and hawked us down.
Listen.
In that relay. I got so in my feelings.
What happened? It was really giving what just happened.
Right. I got so in my feelings. I'm like, why did nobody call Sydney? Like, I'm mad.
Where was she at?
I'm mad. And it just so happened that the USA mixed relay team broke the world record in the semifinals. So for this Netherlands team to get out there, throw down to how they did, but Femke Bol, she ran a 47.9, which is crazy. I think only 2 other women had run faster splits than she has. It was ridiculous. It was one of the greatest comeback runs I have ever seen. And like, I'm still in my feelings. Right. Femke runs the 400 meter hurdle, so I need everybody to watch out for her and Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. That's gonna be. I need Sydney. Listen.
Right.
You got to do your biggest one. Lock in. Don't get nobody the key. Like, you need to. I don't want you talking to nobody. You need to be on a different level that you ain't been on before. I need you to run the 400 meter hurdles in under 50 seconds. That's what I need you to do. Because I need you to make up this for me. But what an incredible run. I do. I don't know why I got so in my feelings, but Femke Bol, that was an absolutely incredible run that she had in that mixed relay final. And she did that segment. Although we just talked about a whole bunch of athletes who could have fit in, she did that.
I was gonna say, to be fair, right now it's giving everybody deserves it.
Everybody did that.
Right.
Everybody did that. But I wanted to save this spot for just one of those athletes who exist in a sport that necessarily doesn't get all the shine. And we know swimming, gymnastics, track and field, basketball, soccer, those kind of things are always going to bring the eyes. But in the road race, which is like a huge cycling event in the Olympics. I wish I had how many miles or kilometers that they actually ride. Kristen Faulkner won USA's first gold medal in cycling in the road race in 40 years. And I wanted to shout her out. And the reason I wanted to include her is, yes, I was watching cycling today.
Right.
That multi-view comes in clutch. It's like, you know how the riders, if you watch cycling, they're all in a pack. And everybody's just filling each other out. So with 3 kilometers to go, she takes off. Like legit.
Different gear.
Yeah, she just takes off. And the other bikers hesitated and none of them could catch her. I was like, listen, I don't know what to call that. Like, that's good. Different? Like, that's different. Right. And she just took up this sport like in 2017. So to be to just take it up there, and now you are a gold medalist in 2024. Like,
that's interesting.
That's a testimony.
Oh, maybe we should practice for what short should we?
Girl, if it ain't curling, we ain't gonna get it.
We gotta do a sport in the LA one.
Because I seen ping pong. No, they be sweating. I've seen badminton. No.
Don't you play pickleball?
They better not have pickleball in the Olympics.
Don't they?
No.
Did I make that up?
You did. They got skateboarding. They got BMX. They got breakdancing.
Oh, I can do breakdancing. You right.
That's maybe our chance to get a medal, but it will not be in cycling for me. But shout out to Kristen Faulkner. It was just incredible, and I had never seen because the races are so long. You got to plug and play when you watch it. But what an incredible race from her. We'll see what Olympic event we can learn in 4 years that'll make us
champions.
We're gonna be the water girls for the soccer team and the basketball team.
Oh, that could work.
That could work.
We can do that.
And then moving on to our premier sports, what we like to talk about here in our X's and O's segment, we're going to start with basketball. So for basketball and soccer, we've reached the knockout stages at the Olympics. So if any team loses, it's over. Game over. Probably two of the teams, obviously Team USA has the biggest target on their back, starting off with basketball, going for their 8th straight gold medal. They know they cannot be the team that loses.
It's no thing. They can't.
They cannot. And they played Belgium a couple of days ago, and those girls gave them a workout. Like, again,
I think everybody giving them a little workout.
Right. I'm like, dang, Stewie, Asia got to play like it's the WNBA finals. Like,
listen, we getting finals aces out there, and that's spooky.
Right. And then they had to throw Alyssa Thomas in there because she was the only one willing to big body them girls. So it's not. I don't think
like y'all know I'm working with 2 broken. Like, what are we doing?
Right. It's not gonna be. I think it'll be interesting. Just talking about USA a little bit. Belgium did give them a run for their money. They played Germany today, but it really, really wasn't close. This was the first game, I think, where the bench actually scored more than Asian Stewie. So it was like, okay, now they're looking more. They don't have a lot of time to prepare, but now they're looking more like a team. But how the bracket works out, Spain is going to face Belgium. That should be a really good game. Yeah, if Belgium shoots the way they do from the outside, I'm probably going to go with them. Germany plays France. France has been playing incredibly well. They did lose today to Australia, but Marine Johannes and Gabby Williams, they've been balling. And Germany has your favorite player.
Yes,
Satu been hooping.
She was resting up to reload it.
She sure was. I'm gonna make sure I get up for that game because I think whoever wins Germany, France is gonna be the team that gets to the gold medal game. Serbia plays Australia. Again, Australia just has one of those mojos where you get them in the knockout round, you don't want to see them. Yeah. But Serbia can play tough. So that should be an interesting matchup as well. And then Team USA, they will face off against Nigeria. This is the first time Nigeria has ever gotten to a knockout round in the basketball tournament. So what a great start for them. Unfortunately, of course, they got to play the USA. But hey, we're not counting no teams off. Like,
oh no, we're not counting no teams off. But if you had to, who you think get into this gold medal match?
Yeah. USA is gonna be there. I mean, whether
USA gonna be there.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be particularly close in the quarterfinals or the semifinals. I think whatever team, you know what? I lied. I don't think the quarterfinal matchup is gonna be close. I think the semifinal matchup is gonna be a tough one because you got that nerve to get to the final game, and if there's any game to get Team USA, is the one right before.
Oh, for sure.
But if USA get to that gold medal game, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's eight straight.
Yeah.
It's eight straight. I think they'll be good. I think they start off a little, every match I feel like, or every game I'm a little nervous in the first half. But like right before halftime, I feel like they start to get their footing about them and know where they're supposed to be and what they need to do. So
I think this coach's, that's Cheryl Reeves. I don't think she's figured out. I think she's found some lineups. I don't necessarily think she's found that starting lineup that works. Yeah. We love Chelsea Gray around these parts, and DT, but I think the way the USA needs to start off, I would possibly bring them off the bench. I would start. Coincidentally, I would probably start Kelsey Plum, and Alyssa Thomas. I would. Yeah, just because
Thomas, she looked good today.
She sure did, and they both bring a different speed. And I think Team USA, if they start off just running and gunning, or maybe even bring in or start Jewel Lloyd for Nafrisa Collier, I think that'll be better suited to the type of game. Because now all the teams are just sitting in the paint and waiting for Asia Stewie to get the ball. But bringing that extra speed and physicality, I think will help. Because like you said, they're starting off really slow. And I think that's just because Chelsea's coming back from injury. DT, this is her 6th Olympics. And they just need to get some more legs that can move a little bit quicker. Yeah. That's how I frame that one.
Right.
Yeah. But they, Jackie Young played good today. Clea Copper did. BG was bodying them girls a little bit more than she should, because I'm telling you, I said this on our preview episode when the rosters came out. If Brittany Griner plays like Tokyo Brittany Griner, it's 30-point blowouts every game because there's nobody who can guard her. So I think she's getting that a little bit, but we'll see what happens. But I got Team USA. I don't think anybody's beating
all the way.
Yeah. But the more interesting team tournament in the Olympics is on the women's soccer side, because there's no dominant team. You can't say that there's a dominant team. And there's absolutely no one knows who is going to win. No. So they're in their semifinal rounds. And so our first round matchup would be Team USA versus Germany. Again, this is soccer. And then the next matchup will be Brazil versus Spain. But first of all, let's just get into our entire... Was it Saturday? Just... Nothing got done.
Why was I stressed from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.? That's a full shift. I could have went to work.
Listen. And 3 of the games went to penalty kicks. What are we doing?
They said Brazil and them didn't get the memo. I was like, no, Brazil and them was tired already. Who's doing that?
Right. And then I had to study because I'm trying to become a better student of soccer. So I'm like, okay, I was locked in. I'm like, what kind of defense is Japan playing? 1-4-5. Google. I was like, oh, okay. It's a zone. That's why it's giving a zone. So nobody can score.
That middle block is treacherous for the U.S. I think they've seen Japan a couple times. I feel like this year alone, and they have trouble against Japan. It's hard for them to do anything in the midfield. The midfield was pretty much non-existent the whole match.
It felt like there were like 15 Japanese players were on the field.
Yes. I was like, what is happening? Like, it was the most boring game, but also it was just like, this is how you have to defend against the USA. You know what I mean? There's so little and so much happening at the same time.
Right. I'm like, why do they keep passing it? See, I didn't bug you, but I'm like, why do they keep passing it backwards?
Girl, because they can't get it forward. There was no room in that midfield at all. It was.
And the one time that they did, Crystal Dunn, who was playing in the back, she had to bypass the entire midfield.
Listen, she was like, you know what?
She just said, forget it. We need to go. Yeah. I'm going to skip y'all. Get an assist. And probably one of the most, you watch soccer more than me, but I didn't know they score soccer goals like that. You can cross somebody up to hit it with the foot and curl a ball in. I said,
oh, for sure. That was a Trent special.
I said, okay, Trinity.
Yeah, that was a Trinity special. Listen, I will say for the USA, I think fatigue is going to be a huge problem for them.
For sure.
Emma's lack of sub is very concerning for me. Like, Mallory looked very tired. Mm-hmm. The front line to play a full 90 and then the rest, Trinity and them go into the extra time. You only make one sub at that 90. Like, they look tired. And then for you already played them a full 90 the match before. Right. I think it was a full 90. Where you didn't even really need to win. You were already qualified. So the tournament's too quick.
Like, it's like 2 games rest or 2.5 games rest.
Yeah, and she keeps saying like she wants them to gel. She wants time for them. And I get it. I really do. But this is not a tournament for that. This is you got 2 weeks. Right. And you playing 6 games. Like, it's not the one for that. But I'm interested to see how it plays out. Emily Fox did go injured late in that one, which is a huge concern because they're already missing Tierna Davison off that back line. Very nervy. So she's definitely, and I feel like she had one of the best performances in that game.
Right.
So very interested to see how that plays out. I hope it's not as bad. Her emotions make me feel like she knows something we don't.
Right.
So I'm a little concerned about that one. I will say, but
yeah. But what a game that they had. A little nerve-wracking, but they were able to pull it off. At least, at minimum, they didn't make us sit through penalty kicks like these other 3 games that were on Saturday. But Germany was able to get through. We played Germany during pool play. So what do you think, USA? You said fatigue was going to be a big one. But again, they're going to be in the same boat because Germany played extra time
Germany
and
went to penalties
so
as well.
What do you think will happen in that first semifinal game, Germany and USA?
Germany, USA, I feel like Germany's going to come in with that chip on their shoulder. Y'all just beat us, and y'all beat us very authoritatively. Like, that was probably USA's best showing in group play. So I think
payback.
Germany's going to be ready. Yeah, Germany's going to be definitely ready for that. I can't remember who it was that went down for Germany. That was a huge hit. So interested to see about that injury as well. But it should be a good one. I think ultimately USA will pull it out if the fatigue does not catch up with us. Because they the young guns, but they get tired too.
Right. I've heard some
those legs was tired.
Right. Some conversation that they should probably move some of the games even before the Olympics. So when it gets to this point, it's not so truncated where the turnaround is so quick. Yeah. And we kind of get some games like we did on Saturday. So, we got USA to pull it out. They haven't lost yet. So, we're hanging our hat on that.
I'm confident in it.
As long when you survive in advance, and for them to get to a gold medal game after the World Cup, I think we'll do the team. I don't know what you call them, a federation. We'll just do the whole program. A huge benefit. Like they need that injected.
Right.
The next semifinal will be Brazil versus Spain. And you schooled me because Spain is like the team of the World Cup champions. Yeah. But they've been on the ropes this whole tournament.
I said this was Spain's tournament to lose, and they're doing a good job trying to lose it. They looked. I would say this was a very terrible showing of Spain. Mm-hmm. That Colombia match.
Colombia had them up 2-0 for most of the game.
How does that happen? And the thing about it too is it's not just this game. They've not looked good all tournament to me, especially in a team like Spain. You're seeing them put up 6 goals a match,
right?
Usually, you know what I mean. So this feels like a new thing. And granted, they're coming off long season, Champions League, things like that with these players, but still, something's not clicking. And but credit to Colombia as well, because Colombia played their game. They're very. It's easy, I feel like, for Colombia to get in teams' heads, and I feel like they're so good at playing their style of play. Their defense was good, aggressive as usual. Myra Ramirez proved why she's one of the best strikers. I feel like in the world as well. That front line was solid, and I feel honestly, if had her and Linda Caicedo, Leslie Santos not went off late in that match, I think they would have got another one in on Spain, because they had chances.
They sure did. They had one breakaway chance too, and she hit it right into the goalie. And I'm like, they needed that extra goal cushion, because once it rained, it poured, and then when it got to penalties, it was like,
exactly. But for Spain, I think it's all tactical. I really do. I'm questioning so much that she is doing as a manager. Like, ma'am, what are we doing? It makes no sense to me. Their front line has been ineffective this whole tournament. It makes no sense why Jenny Hermoso is still coming off the bench. I'm sorry, I'm not being a fangirl.
Yes, you are, because the jersey in the bag. Let's not play games. I'm also they're going to number 10 jersey.
Listen, I am, but I'm not, because it just makes she is your nation's top scorer. She's a veteran on this team.
Right.
That whole front line has done nothing. And then
maybe she's saving her legs, as opposed to what Emma Hayes is doing.
There's no way. There's no way.
I'm trying to give her some grace.
No, she gets no grace in my mind, to be fair. And then you're subbing her off for Alexia, who I would argue has had the best performance out of your whole team,
for sure,
in the 65th minute of a match where you're down 2. That makes no sense.
Right.
And they're 2 players that have played with each other long enough that if anybody's going to find Jenny and get her goals, it's going to be Alexia. Like, their play together you can't deny the connection that they have. So none of it's making sense to me. None of it's making sense.
Now they get to take those tactical miscues that you say. Now they got to play a Brazil team. Now we have to, it's going to be a bit of an asterisk, because Marta, the legend, the GOAT, she will miss Tuesdays. They play on Tuesday. She will miss the semifinal game because she got a red card. And what I've learned is that certain red cards can be deemed serious foul play. She had a high kick to a player's head. So this is the second game that she will miss. So Brazil is going to walk in to play the World Cup champions in the Olympic semifinal. So what do you think are Brazil's chances? But because, like I said, all these teams went to penalty kicks, so there's not like a team that's playing extraordinarily well. But what are
Brazil didn't even go to extra time.
That's right.
Yeah, so Brazil's the only rested team at this point.
That's right.
I think them missing Marta is going to be the downfall of it all. I don't think it's really a matchup against Spain for them if Spain is playing how up to their full potential.
Right. We're talking about how Spain was playing when you broke down their issues before.
Right.
If they're playing like that, what are Brazil's chances?
None. The bronze medal match is what they're chances. If Spain plays like
we're gonna clip this and put this on Brazil's we're gonna tag Brazil in it to give them some inspiration so they can come out and play the match in their life.
Listen, I want it. You know me, I want it. I want Mark to be playing in that gold medal match so bad, even at the cost of Alexia and Jenny Hermoso. Please understand, I do. I want to see it for you, Marta. But they did put on a good showing yesterday. I think they looked good. Definitely their ability to fill the shoes that Marta was, I applaud them for that. They put in a good shift. I will say that. But I don't think it'll be an easy match. Yeah, I don't think it'll be an end against Spain.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be an easy match, but I think Spain will. You clearly see the fight of Spain.
Right.
It's there. Right. So I think they're going to be
70 minutes in the match and they come back down 2-0.
Yeah. So Listen, and if we get the starting lineup right for Spain,
since you're more of the soccer head than I am, who's your gold medal match?
Spain, USA.
Who wins that match?
Listen, usually I'm a
you know me. I'm repping USA all the way.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm gonna be repping USA too, and if the match happens. But
the lady whose name is on the jersey behind you is a team you really gonna be rooting for in your heart.
In my heart, a little bit. Just because this might be her and Alexia's last one, and it's their debut one, but it's fine. Oh my God. It's fine. I would love to see them win it, but the way if they're playing how they played yesterday, I don't see it. Okay. USA, I think, even having a hard time getting through their midfield, still look better than because the play was just sloppy all around.
Right,
it was sloppy.
I just want to see USA in the gold medal game. I think whoever their opponent is it's just gonna be one of those. I don't like to compare it to the World Cup, but it's just one of those moments where the entire country is going to stop to watch women's soccer play in a gold medal match. So that should be good. And we're going to be here for it all.
Yeah.
Recapping it. Yeah. You know what? We can stream it live.
Right.
The gold medal match. I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out, how to get it working. But that's a good idea. But as always, follow us for everything on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, where our show is, all of our social media handles, TikTok. We are Girls Only Sports. This is the Playbook. Stay tuned to us soon. Keep our name, push it out there. We're going to be covering more Olympics and get more into some specific sports after the Olympics are over. Because I think there's a whole bunch of people we can reach out to bring them on the show. Because this Olympics is just creating stars all over the place.
It definitely is.
Yeah, hopefully we can bring some into our lane. Once again, this is Girls Only Sports. Stay tuned with us. We'll be back next time.